as far as for what happens particularly for girls, that Hare Krishna Venki.
Hare Krishna Dhanatmanam Prabhuji.
Now, generally, what happens is that for girls, when they are working, they take care of the house also, they have to work also. Very difficult to chant. That's what generally happens. That they should. But the husband has to agree to do some cooking. Other- or mother-in-law will not agree. She would not like to be ayah for that will be another reward. Hello. Huh? Yeah. Peaceful, Because proper DT comes that time, it is kept a little. This can also go, both can go inside. Make a push. Somewhere we got. Actually, this is not proper asana. That should come here, and we should make a big asana for the DTs. But the woodworkers are so expensive. Shrimad Dirga Chaturbahum. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo
Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Shrimad Dirga Chaturbahum. Tapta Kanchana Kundalam. Shatajaksham Gudapanim. Atmanaha Sarvato Desham. पर अब ना खत्म करना है तो परिभ्रमंतम उल्काभाम भ्रामयंतम गदामुहु. The Lord was enriched with forehand, earrings of molten gold, eyes blood red with fury. As he loitered about, his club constantly encircled him like a shooting star. We did the 9th shloka full, studied, discussion also over. Hare Krishna Venki.
Hare Krishna Dhanatmanam Prabhuji.
Tenth shloka. Asrateja swagadaya. Niharam iva gopatihi.
Niharam Bhagavatihi.
Vidumantam sannikashe.
Vidamantam Sannikarse.
Either your mobile is charged. Let's check. Paryekshata iti asau.
Paryekshata iti asau.
Huh? The Lord was engaged in vanquishing the radiation of Brahmasura just as the sun evaporates a drop of dew. He was absorbed by the child who thought about who he was. Huh? Okay, wait a minute. Hey, it's good. Oh, wait a minute. What elephant has to, that whale has to do with all this? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Venki.
Hare Krishna Dhanatmanam Prabhuji.
Yeah, say.
Master was so powerful that as he moved the Pandavas, they saw saw Brahmastra being released, they got ready with their respective weapons. But then Krishna decided to counteract the Brahmastra. So in this verse, we can see we know the glory of Sudarshana, but in this verse, we can see the glory of Krishna's love, that is Kaumodaki. So in the translation, it says that the Lord was thus engaged in vanquishing the radiation of the Brahmastra, just as the sun evaporates a drop of dew. And Swagadaya, which means by his own blood. So I just want to say a shloka which speaks about the beauty of Kaumodaki. In Lord Kapiladeva's teachings, there's a very beautiful shloka. Kaumodakim Bhagavato Daitam Smritena Diknam Arati Bhata Shonita Kaddamena Malam Madhuprata Bhakta.
What you do, Prabhuji, is take this. No, use it. She should. Okay, switch it on. Yeah, huh? You want to make it slower? Yeah. Reduce the speed. Tapasya. इसको ऑन कर दीजिए पीछे से. एक स्विच होगा कोई पीछे इसका. पीछे एक जो रेड है ना. हाँ. इसके नेक्स्ट होगा. Yeah, ready. Now speak. Yeah, chalo. Good.
In this shloka, we can see the glories of Krishna's club, Swagadaya, that is his club, which is Kaumodaki. So, in the Bhagavatam, third canto, teachings of Lord Kapila. So, Kapila Muni gives a very beautiful shloka on Krishna's club. Kaumodakim Bhagavato Daitam Smritena Dikdham Arati Bhatachorita Kaddamena Malam Madhugata Varata Viropa Gushtam Chaityasya Tattvam Amalam Manimasya Kanthe. So, which shloka means that Lord's Kaumodaki club, it is always painted with and it is smeared with the blood of demons. And even Lord Yama also instructs his Yamadutas that don't go near the devotees of the Lord. If you go near
what is the glory of Kaumodaki?
Kaumodakim Bhagavato Daitam Smritena Dikdham Arati Bhatashonita Kardamena. Arati means demons. So Kaumodaki club, it's always painted, it's always smeared with the blood of demons. So Lord Yama also tells his Yamadutas, don't go near pure devotees of the Lord. Because if you go near pure devotees of the Lord, the Kaumodaki will not spare you. So we can understand that Parikshit Maharaj, if the Lord has personally come to protect him, and with his Kaumodaki, that means he is a very, very great devotee of the Lord.
The personal protection shows he is a special devotee. Normal, the laws of karma protect us. Everybody is protected. You're also protected by laws of karma. But in that way, Prabhupada says that we don't have to bother much about everybody. Krishna is the best well-wisher for everybody. Correct? Sometimes too much anxiety about children, we can't chant Hare Krishna. Don't have to bother. Krishna is the protector and well-wisher. I'm just what I can do. I'm nobody to give shelter to anybody. I cannot give. Krishna can give shelter. When people came to Prabhupada, please give shelter. Krishna will give. True, a great accurate confident media. At the same time, he knows giving shelter, all these are all. Hare Krishna, Vanita.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
These are all nature of the Lord, capacity of the Lord. He gives shelter. Who are we to give shelter? Similarly, this when you hear about Kaumodaki and the blood smeared, little fear comes. Better become devotee because that Kaumodaki is always smeared with blood and come near you, and he cannot fight. There are many instances when Krishna wanted to fight, and at that moment, the Devatas could. Many instances like that. One famous is the Durvasa. When Durvasa was chased by Sudarshana, he ran everywhere. And everybody said, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. Correct? So nobody can help us in such situations. There is also a situation where that Shamantaka Mani in situation. At that situation also he ran to so many people, can you help me? I think Shataji, whom Krishna wanted to kill. And nobody said, please, we don't want to fight. Nobody dares. No devatas in their dream also dare to fight. There is no fight. Then Devatas, Danavas are fighting. If Krishna comes with his Vahana, they know it's all over. Krishna has come with his chariot. They know it's all over. The war is over. Krishna comes rather in his Garuda. Correct? And the Danavas say, if Krishna has come, they know if he has taken side, the war is over. He will smash us. And alone is smashed. There is a famous instance even the Bali Maharaj before. After the Samudra Manthan, all the Danavas, Danavas became very upset because Devatas got all the nectar. And they were very strong. Now Devatas fought, actually they almost defeated the Danavas. Just before they were very weak. But then all the Devatas, then Danavas started doing illusory tricks, which they're very expert in all this Tantra. And the Devatas are almost defeated. At that time, Devatas intensely started, Hare Krishna Vanita.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. You are there. Okay. So, you can mute yourself.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Okay, when you are to speak, unmute yourself. Hare Krishna, welcome. Okay, so he was observed by the child who thought about who he was. Okay. So this is very unique. He was observed by the child who thought who he was. Where you were talking about something.
Kamadaki.
Kamadaki. Okay, come back to Kamadaki. Kamadaki is very powerful, and be careful. Kamadaki, if we become a Dhanava, the Kamadaki is waiting. Better we do it, and nobody can fight. Chalo, we go to the next sloka. This okay? Anything you wanted to comment?
No.
Better be devotee. Simple.
Setting in Buddhist prayers, same thing supports. And Krishna lives in ordinary bed others. Ordinary hunter defeats Arjuna.
No, that's okay. Nearby it will catch. The whole focus is the laptop should catch. Huh?
So even ordinary hunter, no, he defeats Arjuna. After Krishna leaves Dwarka, after he leaves the association of Pandavas, Pandavas become so weak. That's when Kunti starts praying. Because of you, we are named him everything. Now you left us. We are basically like ordinary. So that itself shows once Krishna leaves.
Special powers were given to Krishna. Gave emergency powers to Arjuna, and Krishna was empowering him. And Krishna knew that now where is the position of anybody to fight with Arjuna? He is empowered by the Lord, directly sitting next to him. How can somebody fight with him? Okay. But he was not aware of the empowerment. He was fighting little less. Therefore, Krishna was making him angry more. Fight, Baba. And then the day after Abhimanyu was when he was actually angry. He showed his real power. Krishna's empowerment. Half the army is swallowed in one day. 5 Akshawanis is just wiped out. So Krishna can give emergency powers, and Krishna can take away also emergency powers. Correct? It is left to him. Kamlesh is also trying to come. Hare Krishna. Mata Smriti Jnana.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Kamlesh, welcome. Hare Krishna. Okay, chalo. Now we go to the next shloka. Yes, Kamlesh. Vidhuyatat ameyatma Bhagavan dharma gup vibuhu Mishato dashama sasya Tatraivantardadhe harihi. While thus being observed by the child, the Supreme Lord, the personality of God, the super soul of everyone, and the protector of the righteous who stretches in all directions, and who is unlimited by time and space, disappear at once. Yeah.
Like Parikshit was not observing a living being who is limited by time and space. There is a gulf of difference between the Lord and the individual living being. The Lord is mentioned herein as the supreme living being, unlimited by time and space. Every living being is limited by time and space. Even though a living being is qualitatively one with the Lord, quantitatively there is a great difference between the supreme soul and the common individual soul. In the Bhagavad Gita, both the living being and the supreme being are said to be all-pervading. Yena sarvam idam tatam. Yet, there is a difference between these two kinds of all-pervasiveness. A common living being or soul can be all-pervading within its own limited body, but the supreme living being is all-pervading in all space and all time. A common living being cannot extend its influence over another common living being by its all-pervasiveness, but the supreme super soul, the personality of Godhead, is unlimitedly able to exert his influence over all places and all times, and over all living beings. And because he is all pervasive, unlimited by time and space, he can appear even within the womb of the mother of child Parikshit. He is mentioned herein as the protector of the righteous. Anyone who is surrendered soul and to Supreme is righteous, and is specifically protected by the Lord in all perfections. The Lord is the indirect protector of the unrighteous also, for he rectifies their sins through his external potency. The Lord is mentioned herein as one who is dressed in the 10 directions. This means dressed with garments on 10 sides, up and down. He is present everywhere and can appear and disappear at his will from everywhere and anywhere. Disappearance from the sight of the child Parikshit does not mean that he appeared on the spot from any other place. He was present there, and even after his disappearance, he was there, although invisible to the eyes of the child. This material covering of the effulgent firmament is also something like a womb of the Mother Nature, and we are all put into the womb by the Lord, the Father of all living beings. He is present everywhere, even in this material womb of Mother Durga, and those who are deserving can see the Lord.
Okay. So there is a difference between Jiva and the Lord. Lord is present everywhere. Okay. We can be present within being is limited by time and space. What a word is used. Limited by time and space. Certain time, certain place. Krishna, no time. No past, present, future. The spiritual world, there is no past, present, future. You know that? How do you say so? How do you know the movement of time? Something should change, you know. Nothing changes. Time can't move. Nothing changes. How do you know I've grown old? Your hairs become white. Your hairs don't become white. Everything, nobody is born, nobody dies. Everything is same every day. But what changes there is the pleasure of serving Krishna. It becomes more and more. The love for Krishna increases more and more. That is spiritual love. Changes for good. The love increases, enhances. Your faith, love enhances in the Lord, and more happiness in the pleasurable pastimes of the Lord. So the time in this word means what is known, time is called Kala. And Kala doesn't mean the watch what is going. Kala means which destroys. Over a period of time, it destroys. Kala is nothing but representation of the Lord. Correct? It is representation of the Lord. Somebody Shreya came and went away. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, who is this Shreya? Come, go. Chalo, no problem. Struggle. This it's not very comfortable, no? This one, Hangouts, it hangs in some mobiles. Some people struggle, no? Maybe we can start using another video conference one. The Zoom we can practice. It's very popular now, the Zoom. Some practice we have to do. So common living of soul can be, so this is clear, limited to time and space. Jiva is limited, but Lord is not limited to time or space. Okay. Ultimately able to exert influence all over this. What very interesting thing is that Yeah, a very interesting thing is that Prabhupada is saying it's not that Krishna appeared at that place. He was always there. Not that he was somewhere. And see, the disappearance from the sight of child Parikshit does not mean he appeared from the spot from another place. He was present there. Only made his presence visible. You got it? Just like he proved he is in the pillar by Narsimha Avatar. He is everywhere. He is inside every atom. He can make his presence available to you, visible to you. He can reveal his secrets of his presence everywhere. So what is needed? You have pure love. Anna? Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochan. So that's what is needed. Now the scientists are trying to do an endeavor, but that you cannot reach. They're saying we will know the truth. Truth is finally God. I think so many machines, this, that. Without purifying the heart, you cannot cheat. You cannot see Krishna truth ever by that. The Vedic system was to focus on purifying the heart. See, goal of life, take in an abstract way, is to see the truth. Human life. Animals and all just eat and sleep. Human life is, I want to know the truth. Either scientist or the spiritualist. The truth happens to be a person and you cannot see him unless you are pure. So scientists, their whole focus is on some materialistic endeavors or some electrons. Whatever you do, Pantastu koti satavas sarasam pragamyo vayo ratapi manaso munipungavana. Avachinta soapi asti yat avachinta tatve govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So goal of life is to see the truth which cannot be achieved by any materialistic endeavors. It can only achieve when a heart becomes pure and we lovingly offer service to the Lord. Correct? And that is Yogamaya. So coming under shelter of Yogamaya, you can see the Lord. You purify yourself and then allow Yogamaya to enter your consciousness, just like we allow Mahamaya, and more eager you become in a service spirit to serve the Lord. Mahamaya doesn't touch you and you get protection of the Lord. Mahamaya will not be able to touch you also if you become very sincere. Correct? Parikshit Maharaj is given protection by the Lord. And interestingly, Prabhupada is saying, Krishna is everywhere. But he became visible to Parikshit Maharaj out of his kindness. For us also, he is everywhere, he is watching everything, but doesn't reveal his presence. What do you say? Everywhere, every atom, everywhere Lord is there, but it doesn't reveal his presence. You cannot see. But here, Parikshit Maharaj could kindly see. Just he appeared on the spot, he present there, even after disappearance, all the invisible.
Sorry about, Kanakadasa. Purandadasa and Kanakadasa. So the story about Kanakadasa, his guru asked all the disciples to eat a banana where nobody sees. And Kanakadasa was treated by all other disciples because he is like not a Brahmin. So everybody kind of ignored him. He's not a true disciple. So next day everyone comes. So Guru asks him, where did you eat banana? He says, I eat in a room and eat banana. He said everything. Only Kanakadasa comes with the banana. He said, I couldn't find a place where nobody see. And everybody started talking about all other disciples. Why you couldn't eat? I see God everywhere. He's watching me everywhere. so that's good.
Yes, very nice.
He has composed so many songs. Kanakadasa.
Very famous song.
Very good. Purandadasa and Kanakadasa, they have composed so many songs. Basically,
Actually, if you want to preach in this belt, you learn Kannada and learn these songs. Huh?
Actually, I did not know anything about Kanakadasa. They did a drama on Kanakadasa, and I was given the opportunity to play Kanakadasa's mother. So that is when I read the whole Leela, and I understood the whole Leela. So I was actually wanting to make that suggestion to you that when we go to colleges also, we can make a small skit. So when we give particular roles to play, they'll start reading the Leela, and because they have to play the role the best way. They'll start reading it and understand.
Oh, we did something like that. I used to tell them to make dramas and come to the class with videos of them. Saves the time. And see, making a drama and all takes, suppose, 2 hours. Actual drama is 10 minutes. All setting stage, So they come ready. So they used to come, make a cut of that and cut of that, give me 5 minutes. Whole class watches. Background 10 hours were gone. Just make video and come. Yeah, that's good. Make them participate in it.
So basically, when you know that God is watching, God is everywhere, every place, and all time, you can't commit any sin. Basically, you have to lead a pure life. That's it.
Yeah.
Basically,
Somebody is looking
that's
at
the bottom
you.
line.
You become a.
Then world will be much cleaner, and everybody will
And
be
that's
good.
why not only that, people are also worried. They know the punishment of God is
Yeah,
there for
punishment is
any violation. Not only just watching and say, smiling, He's punishing you for
there. Punishing
foolishness.
completely.
Once you are aware of the punishment and you are aware of the that He's watching you, and definitely you'll not do
You
sin.
don't do anything bad at all.
People are not doing previously, no? You ask any elderly person, can you smoke? Mahapapa, he knows God is watching. Sometimes people do say that somebody is doing bad activity, you cannot stop him. You say, God is watching, what are you doing? People say like that, or not? What are you doing? God is watching you. And he's going to get a severe punishment for all that. Hare Krishna, Rohan, welcome.
Yeah, sure, sir.
The point is, if you are very conscious that God is always watching you, you'll never do any sinful activity. Correct? Not only is watching, he's also going to punish you for any foolishness. And he's punishing you not with any evil intention in the heart, to make you a responsible gentleman. Okay, I go next, Loka. Anything to add?
Hare Krishna.
She prepares and comes. Everybody should prepare and come. Yeah. Yes.
This purport, Prabhupada mentions about the omnipresence and the omnipotency of Krishna. So, in this book, Prabhupada has one book called Life Comes from Life. So, in that book, Prabhupada establishes that life comes from life and not from matter. And the book has a beautiful shloka from Ishopanishad, Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. So, the source of everything is Krishna, and Krishna provides us everything, and Tena Tyaptena Bhunjita, and we should enjoy only what he has allocated to us and not try to lord over the entire nature. And Krishna himself establishes in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 verse 8, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante va buddha samannvitaha. So Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. So in the purport of this shloka, Prabhupada explains that sarvasya means both spiritual world and material world. So we can't think that the material world is independent of Krishna. Even the material world is also a manifestation of Krishna only. And then Krishna visits also. So everything is basically manifestation of Krishna, and everything emanates from Krishna's body. And just like the analogy of sun is given, that sun rises somewhere and sun sets somewhere, which means the sun is always there. And some part of the universe, some planets are experiencing the sunlight. So similarly, Krishna is entering into innumerable universes and manifesting his pastimes in the same way. And at the end, he enters into Uttara's home, protects Parikshit, and then he disappears. So this disappearance of the Lord is like almost like a mysterious quality of the Lord. He gives pleasure to the devotee, to protect the devotee, and then he disappears to increase the pleasure of the devotee, to increase the feeling of separation from the devotee.
Yes. Adbhuta Karmana. Adbhuta Karmana. You train your daughter also like this. Okay. Hare Krishna Vanita. Hare Krishna Vanita. You want to say something? Isn't it perfection? Prabhupada says, you are muted, Vanita. Prabhupada says that this is perfection of thinking, feeling, and willing. If you think the Lord is present everywhere, in every atom, all around you, in your body, everything, that's perfection of thinking, feeling, and willing. See, Maya only comes when you forget Krishna. There is no Maya when you're remembering Krishna. So now, when you understand that every atom, everything all around you, it is Krishna, 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 Krishna. Where is Maya?
It's all pervasive.
Oh, yeah. The Prabhupada says the devotee takes prasadam. He understands that is not different from Krishna. He's getting Krishna is when eating prasadam. When he's chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna with his pleasure potency is dancing in his tongue. He knows every atom of the body, there is Krishna. All around you, in the air, every atom, there is Krishna. Correct? In his heart, Krishna is again standing there. Then where is impurity then? There is total purification. Maya cannot touch him if he is in this platform. And which is a fact. You're living in truth when you meditate like that. It's a fact. You will see the reciprocation if you start meditating like that, isn't it? Anna? Prahlad Maharaj was in that kind of meditation. When he wanted, the Lord appeared in front of him. Lord appeared because he was in samadhi on the Lord in this way. But that is perfection. And he was in spiritual happiness and ecstasy. So much so that Danavas also were getting purified just to see his body. His body was absorbed in Krishna. Samadhi in Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna. Rohan, anything you wanted to add?
नहीं सर.
चले आगे चले.
हाँ सर.
तथा सर्व गुणोदर्के
तथा सर्वगुणोदके
शानुकूलाग्रहोदये
सानुकूलग्रहोदये
जग्ने वंशधरा पांडुः भूयः पांडु इवौजसा. Thereupon, when all the good signs of the zodiac gradually evolve, the here apparent Pandu would be exactly like him in prowess to birth. Yes, Kamlesh. Hare Krishna Mataji, welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You read.
Yes, Prabhuji. Purport given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Am I audible, Prabhuji? Am I clear?
Yes, clear.
Astronomical calculations of stellar influences upon a living being are not supposed, but are factual, as confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Every living being is controlled by the laws of nature at every minute, just as a citizen is controlled by the influence of the state. State laws are grossly observed, but the laws of material nature, being subtle to our gross understanding, cannot be experienced grossly. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 3.9, every action of life produces another reaction. It is binding upon us, and only those who are acting in terms of yajna, Vishnu, are not bound by reactions. Our actions are judged by the higher authority, agents of the Lord, and thus we are awarded bodies according to our activities. The laws of nature is so subtle that every part of our body is influenced by the respective stars, and a living being obtains his working body, fulfill his terms of imprisonment by the manipulation of such astronomical influence. A man's destiny is therefore ascertained by the birth time calculation of stars, and a factual horoscope is made by a learned astrologer. It is a great science. Misuse of a science does not make it useful.
Little
Maharaj-
voice is breaking, Kamlesh. Your voice is very good. But where are you? You are in Vijayawada?
Vijayawada, Prabhuji.
Now it is okay. Now.
Maharaj Parikshit, or even the personality of God, appear in certain constellations of good stars, and thus the influence is exerted upon the body, thus born at an auspicious moment. The most auspicious constellation of stars takes place during the appearance of the Lord in this material world, and it is specifically called Jayanti, a word not to be used for any other purposes. Maharaj Parikshit was not only a great Kshatriya emperor, but also a great devotee of the Lord. Thus, he cannot take his birth at any inauspicious moment. As a proper place and time is selected to receive a respectable personage. So also to receive such a personality as Maharaj Parikshit, who was especially cared for by the Supreme Lord, a suitable moment is chosen when all good stars assembled together to exert their influence upon the king. Thus he took his birth just to know as a great hero of Srimad Bhagavatam. This suitable arrangement of astral influences is never a creation of man's will, but is the arrangement of the superior management of the agency of the Supreme Lord. Of course, the arrangement is made according to good or bad deeds of the living being. Herein lies the importance of pious acts performed by the living being. Only by pious acts can one be allowed to get good wealth, good education, and beautiful features. The samskaras of the school of Sanatana Dharma, man's eternal engagement, are highly suitable for creating an atmosphere for taking advantage of good stellar influences. And therefore, Garbhadhana Samskara, or the first seeding purificatory process prescribed for the higher caste, is the beginning of all the pious acts to achieve a good, pious, and intelligent class of men in human society. There will be peace and prosperity in the world due to good and sane population only. There is hell and disturbance only because of the unwanted, insane populace addicted to sex indulgence.
Okay. So there was a very auspicious time, and Prabhupada is saying, yes, uh, when a great personality comes, everything is perfect. So this is astrology is another science. Today it's not so much to be, it has more become a means for sense gratification. Therefore it has no value left now. Okay. Misuse of science doesn't make science useless, but we don't now spend our time. Okay, place and time is to be selected. Okay, now this I can focus on the pious acts. Punya is nothing but responsible activity. When you behave responsibly, then you can be allowed some opulence. Correct? It's like a child is very responsible. The father will ready to share wealth with him. But the child is irresponsible, then sharing any comfort to him will be dangerous because he will use it for sinful act. He'll use it to sinful means he's going to disturb others. Anna? If you're going to give gun in the hand of some madman, like what happened in New Zealand, how many people? 40 people he killed. Madness. And you give nowadays the car. Somebody took a car in China and then rammed on people. That's become another new style now. Take a car and ram into the pedestrians. That means he doesn't deserve. If you know somebody is of that nature, you're not going to give him a gun or a car. Hai na? Similarly, life also, more we behave responsibly, more your comfort increases. More the punya is there. Suppose you have some free time with you, always know there was some punya to get me this. Correct? You understand? So the more and more punya is there, more and more we come in a comfortable position. Okay? You getting? So we are in a comfortable position because of our responsible activities previously. By pious good acts, one can allow to get good wealth, good education, and beautiful features. But then, just because we have that, don't misuse. There may be a person, because of irresponsible activity today, he is a laborer. He digs and still cannot make his meals. Hai no time. All software engineers also are like laborers. They work hard, still they cannot finish project on time. So these all may be there because of your some so-called papa karma. Anybody working more than 8 hours to make his ends meet, some papa karma is there, poor fellow. What do you say? Because he's killing his life. You work more than 8 hours, you can't do more than 1 or 2 days. You get exhausted. Mentally as exhausted. There was one boy who came to me. His right hand was swollen like this, and left hand was also swollen, both. I said, what happened? Sir, I was a software engineer. वो click करते करते ये सूज गया. You know that? This
When he started using
the other hand, both was swollen. He came for 15 days break and he stayed with me. He was my old student. Very funny to see. I said, why you have to work so much? So, no, sir. I said, this is some papa karma. Why you have to work so much? If you have to work little and you can make your ends meet, that shows you have some punya. Got it? Some sanction of the Lord. Just like a judge in a court. A judge in a court is given a comfortable position. He has a car. Prabhupada takes the example many times. He has a car, he has a bungalow, he has some servants at home. This is given by the government. On hammer also he gets. He has such facilities. And suppose some clerk says one day that, I can do, the judge is late. He says, I can do the job. He cannot do the job. He'll not be able to do anything. Can he do? He'll make a mess. So what is the advice? What is the advice actually? So what is the advice is that, but the judge, knowing the facilities he's having, has to deliver the goods. He cannot just take all the privileges and sit on the bench and not be able to make any decision. Oh, I don't know what to do. Then why you have to give you all the privileges? What do you say? First deserve, then desire. It's very, very important in our life. First deserve, And is that it's just like a dog which is tied to a pole. The more the dog becomes responsible, the rope is made longer, and is very responsible. He is given total freedom. Exactly like that in the life, more and more we behave responsibly, we get freedom. And more we become irresponsible, our freedom is taken away. We lose our freedom. Correct? Like Narad Muni, total freedom. Can go to the spiritual world, can come to the middle world. He has total freedom. He's totally actually free. And he can. So this is very pious act, good wealth, good education, beautiful. But once you get that, if you misuse, then you're going to lose everything. What do you say? You cannot take for granted. Just like you're meditating, every moment you should be conscious you are watched by the Lord. Every moment the Lord is watching you. And your freedom will be restricted if your behavior is irresponsible. Okay, so we're very, very careful. Taking advantage of the good stellar influences. This is Vedic science, astronomy. I'll not focus on this much, but because mostly all these astrologers take money when they give prediction, which is against the law. It's the Brahminical profession. Brahmana cannot charge. Brahmana can take dakshina. है ना भाई? हिंदी चलता है, English चलता है, चलता है ना. So Brahmana cannot charge. Like we had the famous joke, one of our close devotees, Keshava, at his home had some ceremony. So he called one Bhatru, that Karmakandi Brahmanas. They also have a role in the society, but still they should remain Brahmana. So he did, and did his all karma kanda, some puja which we have in the house. He did all the thing. Then after that, he gave him 500 rupees. He went away. And from ghar se, because in front of public, he can't say anything. He said, no, why you 500? Should I give you 2,000? That's nonsense. Now he loses all respect. The day he does that, he loses all respect. Correct? True? You cannot take for granted. I should be respected. You lose your respect there by your behaviors. And then it is very difficult. Take a lot of time again to get respect once you lose. Anna? What do you say? Be very, very careful in your behavior. So now the Brahmanas or the Jyotishas are generally taking money. They have fixed rate, just like a doctor you go, Anna? 300 rupees, 500 rupees. That's all gone. Therefore, don't waste your time. Prabhupada says, anyway, he gave a big joke for astrology. For devotees, why do people go to astrologers? To know what is going to happen. Hai? And then he tells you have 20 more years. If he tells you, then for 20 years they don't read Gita. Oh, yeah, with a bahut time. End where they can get. They become, that becomes rather, you will misuse it. Number one. Number two is mostly materialistic. Abhi hoga, aapka sab, what spiritual they speak? Nothing. आपका वो भी अच्छा हो जाएगा, वो भी अच्छा हो जाएगा ना. They just speak spiritual and they speak more good so they get more dakshina. Everything is compromised. They will not tell the hard truth. You have to take care of yourself. You're going in a very dangerous direction. This will lead to your destruction. They will never speak that. Anna, will they speak?
Sometimes they do. Then they say, you have an obstacle or something coming. You do this puja or something like that. They give a solution also.
There was one person I know. He came to us. He stayed for some time with us, and he told me that he's under a huge loan. I said, "Who gave you the loan?" He said, "No, I was an astrologer. I was doing pretty well in Bangalore, and that's why I don't go to an astrologer." And he said, "I learned this science. I was unemployed. I learned this. It was doing well. I was having a roaring business. Then I got greedy, which is against the principle of a Brahmana. Then I started businesses. You get money in your hand, first thing you do is you start a business, And then something surprising, all the predictions started going wrong, which is coming correct now. And then I started losing money in my business also, and here no dakshina, nothing. So I took loan." I said, "From whom?" He said, "The Brahmana whom I was sending for all the puja patas. He had become very rich. So I took loan and he gave me loan," he said, "at something like 30% per month." Can you imagine that kind of rate? What kind of Brahmana he was then, second? This is not, what do you say, Krishna? This is like, even a Vaishya doesn't do this. Yeah, seeing in crisis situation, and he was totally crushed by that. I don't know what to do now. I'm finished. I have a huge loan. So I'm just hiding from everybody. I knew him he was a visitor in ISKCON Bangalore. I knew him. He stayed with us for some 6 months, and He was so much in anxiety, he could not even sleep whole nights. But he started chanting, he became very happy, healthy, and then he went back and everything fine. Even his wife had run away. Everything is settled, everything, and he became very, very normal. His wife was in Singapore, and he was astrology business. He is now in Bombay doing very well. He got hold of himself. So Harinama helped him back. So there is a hell and disturbance. And then if there are people who are very careful and pious, then world becomes heaven. Arjuna was also very worried of this. He said that Krishna, if I kill all the people in the battlefield here, who is going to train the children now? And the wife is left unprotected at home. That is also not good, correct? If the house, imagine husband is not there, some unwanted people will take advantage, you know? And children are without training. You know, training, it has there. Now, what is going to happen to those small children when I have killed all their parents in the battle? I can give compensation, money, but this I cannot compensate. Correct? Just by money, you cannot compensate the damage you have done, causing the pain you are given. You killed the man. And second thing, the children, and those children will become Varna Shankara, good for nothing. You understand Varna Shankara? You cannot give him any responsibility, just cannot do anything. And today, the modern day education, what is coming out of college is total Varna Shankaras, good for nothing. If suppose you have a company, you have different, you cannot give anything. There are no character, no behavior, no culture, no etiquettes. But isn't it? Just they know some skills, how to count, how to do some, how to bend an iron, but there is no training of character. Huh? No integrity, no behavior. Just like Parikshit Maharaj, you see, very high level of integrity, very high, faultless behavior. Yes, Mataji. Isn't it true? Your son is different. He is anybody who meets speaks so much about that lady. Also met me that day. I said, amazing. That is good training. But generally, it is true, isn't it? Don't you see that? What is the behavior they do? General, they addicted to all the vices, and the biggest vice is illicit sex indulgence, and gradually it goes down. Once that starts, person is finished. Among all the four vices, this is the sex desire. Therefore, to know whether I'm advancing in spiritual life or not, don't have to ask anybody. Just see whether you have overcome this. If this is still harassing you, then sit and work on it. They all actually combine with each other. You eat meat, you drink, and your sex desire goes out of control.
Okay.
Meat, gambling. Gambling means quick money business. They're not interested in hard work. I was in a college and I was taking rest at a place where I have my class. It's in Nishtha college. Which college you studied? Oh, you're studying there. You're from which place?
Cochin.
From Kerala. You? Kerala. Have all gone to Guruvayur temple? Huh? Kerala, huh? You're not still gone? So, something I want. Kerala, Cochin, something I came. You think about Kerala, then so many districts. You forget what you're thinking.
Quick money business.
Huh?
Quick money business.
Quick money business. So what happened that I was lying down and suddenly I woke up. I was surprised. Some stranger was sitting there, young boy, smart boy. And here in front, 6, 7 boys were sitting and girls. And they were sitting like this. It's just like we should sit actually. Even I should sit like they were taking class. And hearing with ears open, every word. What the person was saying. I tell you how you can make 1 crore without doing anything. And other network marketing. And I was hearing you can put 8,000 rupees, it will double up, you sell to 10 people, 12 people. So attracted, all of them hearing word by word, not to miss any word. Once he said that, so basically people are interested in money without work. Easy money. That is quick, it's gambling, more or less, all these things. And end of it, I advised, some of them I knew, I advised them, don't get into that. They got into that. They spent 30,000-40,000 without telling their parent, but cheating they was telling how you can cheat the parents, because you have to invest 10,000-20,000 first to become member of that network.
It's like pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme. But finally you look for more bakras in your own hostel only.
That has to continue all
Because
the
you,
time. That has to continue all the time.
Continue.
Infinity.
You also got trapped or what? You're smiling, huh? So
they approached us also, sir.
हाँ ये देखो ये evidence हाँ
फर्स्ट ईयर में आए थे सर हॉस्टल के रूप में
हाँ
10,000 रुपए डालेंगे तो if you convince more and more you can trap more and more people and earn from them. So it was like that.
You lost 10,000?
No sir, I never wanted to put money and all in all these.
But many of the classmates went, no?
Yes sir, बहुत लोग गए
हाँ
और मतलब 100 लोग बकरा हुआ है वो 100 लोग में एक बंदा वो 100 लोग से कमा लिया पूरा
99 got fooled and one made one.
yes
Okay, whatever it is. So the point is this, that these kind of things people are very attracted. Quick money business, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. Huh?
They don't want to work hard. Easy money.
So this actually, when these activities are there, then the person's mind is very agitated. And then the society is very disturbed. Yeah? Kali Purusha is dancing now. And he will destroy. Kali Purusha dances in a house, will destroy the house. So any house where drinking starts, quick money business starts, and gambling is nothing, not only gambling, any quick money business is gambling. It is going to agitate. It's not just worth it. You may get 2 rupees, but is it worth it, you should think. Got it? Anna? Why you are studying for so many years to become a doctor? Why not have some quick money business like this? Honestly, you want to earn a honest livelihood. Why cheat some people? Correct? The bona fide business, we have no problem. Sometimes business can give you quick money. That's okay. That's your luck. But then, just like in a share market. Now, there's a very hairline difference. You invest today in the morning and by afternoon you're thinking what to sell. Then you're now getting into quick money business. It's becoming gambling now. You've seen that? Shares every minute, up and down. It becomes. So you may get some money, but it's not worth it. It's you're losing peace of your mind. Morning you'll get up, instead of chanting Hare Krishna, you see the rate of the shares. You'll not chant Hare thoda kam hua. Similarly, even news of the world can become gambling. You should know Krishna is in control. That's it. In a day, 5 minutes, that's forget it. Whole day, kya hua? Just sometimes old people do that. Newspaper, all the issues of the world, you want to know why? Are you Vishnu or what? There was one person who was very, very successful. He's my relative in metal field. I said, what's the reason you are so respected? He's highly respected in this field. He said, the reason is only I want that information which I can do something about. That's all. I don't hear anything which I can do nothing about. You tell me something happened in Syria, I'm not interested because I wouldn't do anything. I'm not interested to hear. Tell me something I can do something about that. Correct? That's we should be so much tight. So much tight and focused. Hana? What do you say? You want to contribute to the society. Society should not maintain you free. You have to contribute. So you have to become qualified for that. And you're focused on that. And when you're doing a profession, what is needed to do your duty to the society, that information I want. I'm not interested to know the world. What I have to do with the world. That way we should tighten our mind. So every moment you're productive for the society. What do you say? Society is maintaining you, but then you should be productive. That angle should be there or not? पता ना कितने टाइम तक पिताजी के पैसे से जिएंगे अभी हमको अपने पैर पे खड़ा होना है but then you have to become qualified. Now the focus on the qualification today in the society is only technical. It is not value. Any profession in the Vedic time Brahmana requires 9 qualities to act like a Brahmana. Kshatriya requires 7 qualities to act like a Kshatriya. These qualities are more important. Guna karma vibhagasha. And the division of society is first based on guna, then karma. Today, only technical abilities, the employment companies will employ you. And the person is not fit. Correct? So many times we see they are drug addicts and the companies have to dump them after some time. In extreme cases. But still, the mind is disturbed. He will not be able to be part in all the organizations they have to work. Even they have to work in a team. He will not be able to work in a team. What do you say? Therefore, we teach in the college IQ, EQ, SQ. They say not only skills, the people whose good EQ is there, they perform much better than people who are only good IQ. So value-based training is also needed. So So there is hell and disturbance because of unwanted insane population addicted to sex indulgence. Why Prabhupada particularly used this word? Because this is the symbol of your material trap. The more you're liberated, more you're free from this. Therefore, we came to spiritual life, most of us. Because once we take to spiritual life, we feel so happy, blissful. We just forget the material desires. And that's a proof we come to real movement. What do you say? You go and temple, you feel totally peace of mind. You actually, what is peace of mind? Freedom from unwanted harassment. And the chief harasser is sex desire. So as you practice spiritual life, you get relief. And we should therefore keep cross-checking and keep practicing. Yes?
Yeah, good education and beautiful creatures, necessity for one to be serious in spiritual life. I don't think so.
No, it doesn't say like that.
It says only by pious acts can be allowed to get good wealth, good education.
This purport only in the previous one.
Simple. I personally feel these three are not needed for a.
No, wait a minute, where it is. Yeah. Only by pious act one can be allowed to good wealth, good education, good features. No, this is not spiritual, material.
Yeah.
See, your previous punya karma.
Automatically it brings you all this.
Yeah, you'll misuse, no? Beautiful features you can misuse. You're a very attractive boy or a girl, you can misuse. They can sell any product and cheat people. You look very innocent. Therefore, face is the index of the mind. Krishna also, what do you say? Generally in a movie also, make it for certain. A hero which is a good man is always handsome, and villain which is a bad man is always kept ugly. Do they do reverse anytime? Villain, hero is a very good man, but he's so dangerous. It doesn't fit in, no? Okay? But at the same time, face is not everything. You don't make friends just based on face. That is on the first day. Actually, mind should be beautiful. Over a period of time, you notice you don't see the features of the person.
Not much.
Yeah, his heart, his consciousness. But first impression is always the face. When you see somebody, there's a physiognomy. Like Shukdev Goswami came to the scene at that time. Just by seeing him, they knew a great personality has come. So there is a science. There is a science. What do you say? Overall, you get a picture or not? But at the same time, at the end of the day, finally you sit with the consciousness. Then comes from the Ishopanishad. The shloka comes from the Ishopanishad. Kamalesh, you know the shloka. Don't judge an acharya by personal features. Just judge him by the consciousness. What is the shloka? You forgotten?
I have forgotten, Prabhuji. I only remember now some 2-3 shlokas of Ishopanishad.
Locate. You have a mobile? You have a Gita base?
Yes, Prabhuji, I do.
Okay, chalo. You got it, Rohan? Is this fine? One of the shlokas of not Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, Kamlesh. One of the shlokas says, don't make a guru. Upadeshamrita, Nectar of
what is the meaning, Prabhuji, that you are told?
Meaning is that acharya should not be rejected because of the features. Any deformity in the body of the acharya should not be rejected. Because of that, don't reject acharya. He may be a
Buddha Feni Pankher, same thing, Prabhuji.
What is that?
Ganga Bhasa Kalu Buddha Feni Pankher.
Yeah, get the full shloka.
1 minute, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, what is the start?
No, you go. Yeah, there are only 11 shlokas there. Nectar of Instruction. It says, just like Ganges water is so pure, even if you see something dirty, you just take it aside and you take benefit of Ganges. Ganges is always pure, even though there may be something. Similarly, pure devotee of the Lord. We should not matter he's Americans. One person so told me, idiot, I'll not listen to your ISKCON Swami because he's American. We should not speak like this. It's a great aparadha. That should not be the condition, no? What is it? What is the shloka?
Krishneti yasya girita manasadriyeta diksha sticheta pranatebhis bhajantam isham shushutya bhajana vijnana mananya nandya ninyanti shunya hridamipsita sangalabhya. This is the one which you are talking about, Prabhuji. I mean, Guru, topmost Guru that you are talking about now, Prabhuji? Or you are talking about a
Next one, deformation in the body.
Okay.
Yeah. Budbuda, you told Budbuda one.
Yeah. Buddha Feni Pankhe, 1 minute, Prabhuji.
Okay. Rohan, you didn't find till now.
नहीं प्रभु जी बोल दिया सर, मैं काट ही दिया सर वो टैग.
सब काम चोर हो गया, वो ढूंढ लेगा.
Yeah. दृष्ट्वै स्वभावजनितैर्वपुषश्च दोषै न प्राकृतत्वमिह भक्तजनस्य पश्येत् गंगां भासां न खलु बुद्बुदा फेनि पंखैर्ब्रह्मद्रवति अपगच्छति नीरधर्मैः.
What is the translation?
Translation given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with the body. Such a devotee should not be seen from the materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body, or a diseased or infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee. But despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the water of Ganges, which is sometimes during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam, and mud. The Ganges water do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bathe in the Ganges without considering the condition of water.
In fact, there was who we read this thing. One great Acharya used to take bath in the night. Because daytime you see something, you may do an offense. So you should take me. Who then? Haladar Maharaj, he told.
Yes.
He said he used to take bath in the night. Because daytime, no, you're funny, and then he will do aparada. No, you got it? He used to take bath in the night, so he could not say anything and come out. So this is okay, pious acts. It's giving you a good opportunity. You can take advantage. You're handsome, you'll take advantage of that. And poor people will cheat it. You present, you can do good marketing. So don't misuse. Generally, Krishna will give all the opulences to a good man. So you'll not, just like you have a child who's very responsible, child irresponsible. The child is responsible, will give all the facilities because you're not worried about misuse. But who can potentially misuse, you will not give. So Purva karma shows, but then having a good body, having a good money, you can misuse and you can use properly. What do you say?
But if you look at the politicians today, and most of them
they look like demons.
20,000 crores.
But they look like demons.
All the other politicians, all the chief ministers, everyone, they are so rich. So it's kind of confusing.
Okay, okay, solve this. Rohan, Kamlesh, here.
I see many good people, very good heart. I see them suffering, life completely.
And here the politician, demoniac.
Demoniac.
And they having 20,000 crore. Yes, Mataji, what is the answer?
सर सॉरी सर, क्वेश्चन ठीक से सुनाई नहीं दिया.
क्वेश्चन समझो भाई, क्वेश्चन ये है कि आप तो बोल रहे हैं जो पायस आदमी होते हैं उनके सब वेल्थ एंड ऑल ये सब होता है उनके पास, है ना? अब तो दुनिया में तो उल्टा दिख रहा है. बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं, एक पैसा नहीं खाने के लिए घर में. और ये जो राक्षस सारे पॉलिटिशियंस, इनके पास पैसा गिन नहीं सकते. 10,000 करोड़ 20,000 करोड़ ऐसी हालत, ऐसे लूटते हैं. और वो है बोले पापी, उनके पास सब कुछ भगवान ने दे दिया, फेम पावर पापी को, और पुण्यात्मा भिखारी भूखा मर रहा है.
सर ये तो वही क्वेश्चन हुआ, व्हाई डू बैड थिंग्स हैपन टू गुड पीपल?
व्हाट इज दैट? सो व्हाट इज द आंसर?
Sir, answer is that, sir, it not only depends on what he does now, but what he's done in his previous life. Maybe in his previous life he's done something good. For now, he's getting those benefits. But whatever bad he's doing now, he might suffer in this life or next life. And whatever good the person is, whatever bad thing is happening to a good person, maybe his previous karma, something bad must have happened. But since he's doing a good thing now, the pious credit may show in this life or get carried to in the next life.
Rates will be deposited.
Getting deposited. Every moment is being watched. Krishna is alert. And reaction comes. Just like, what do you say? You had a great trust in somebody, he misbehaves. Okay, you tolerate for some time. And then you're expecting him to improve, he does not improve. Anna? So Krishna is just tolerating little. They were good at one time to get so much wealth. They say so-called politicians. And Krishna is just tolerating. And now they're testing his patience. And I don't know how much we're testing patience of Krishna. Anna? What do you say? Really testing his patience. Huh? You feel like that? You're testing Krishna's patience. Huh? You think, now, actually, if you are humble, you should feel now Krishna should live to Sudarshan and throw at us.
Sometimes I feel we don't even qualify to be human beings. Most of us, we don't even qualify to be human beings. In a general sense.
That one devotee told me. He's a very senior devotee in ISKCON. He says that forget about other things. He goes actually.
According to that karmas, all this, Rajaguna, Tamaguna, Satyaguna. People are because of that guna they're enjoying.
Yes.
Most of the people are tama.
Yes.
Enjoying that. That's why it is happening. So we cannot say that is their understanding. They're away from that Satyaguna. They're not understanding what are they doing. So that's why they're doing all these things and enjoying life. But they will suffer, of course, if they are doing wrong in this world only. May not be right now, maybe in future.
See, it's very simple. Sattva means you are happy, you make other people happy. Rajoguna means you are disturbed and make other people disturbed. And Tamoguna means you will harm other people. Therefore, in the Vedic society, they are segregated out. Brahmanas will not go to Kshatriya area, Kshatriya will not, because Brahmana go to Kshatriya, Kshatriya get disturbed. Because he is getting wealth, power. Brahmana is not in all the Brahmana thing is stupid. So he will keep in his Brahmana quarters will be separate. Kshatriya quarters will be separate. Vaishya quarters will be, all will live. Everybody is peaceful in their own way. And everybody has a space for his own gunas. And there is decorum and rules, so that nobody disturbs each other. The rules of decorum. Yes, we go. Anything else here?
सर एक और चीज सर वो आप बता रहे थे ना सर वो पहले फर्स्ट इम्प्रेशन ब्यूटी होता है सर एक्चुअली जो ये अभी गौर पूर्णिमा गया है सर तो एक ये है सर जब फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन सर्वभौमा भट्टाचार्य saw Lord Chaitanya he said my God this person is so beautiful it'll be so difficult to maintain his sannyasa.
Yes.
So at the end but when Lord Chaitanya opened up his mind he readily surrendered unto him. So it depends on the instruction that a person gives. Of course, he is the Lord himself. So that is what is.
Therefore, Prabhupada says we should accept Guru not by eyes, by ears.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Teacher is not by eyes, it's by ears. You hear him and then accept that a teacher. But we say, oh, yes. One person said he took up somebody as a guru because the dadi exactly looks like his goat. Something. The people are all funny. Eyes are so blue. These are not the reason to accept a teacher. What do you say? Material or spiritual teacher? As is the ways. Eyes are blue. Dadi is big. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So I wanted to make 2 points. The first point is about karma. So Krishna mentions in the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Yajnathat karma nonyatra loko yam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. So every action is binding upon us and every action gives an equal and opposite reaction. So how do we understand this? A lot of people, they claim that I won't worship God, I won't believe in God, but I'll just be good. I'll do all the good things. So your 2 question arises that for your act to be good or bad, who sets the parameters? There should be somebody who will set the parameters and judge your acts. Okay, that this is a good act and this is a bad act. And secondly, people who claim, I won't do punya also, I won't do any papa karma also, I'll remain neutral. So is it possible to be neutral? The answer is no. It's not possible to be neutral in this material world. Everything and anything you do will be with papa and punya, and probably at the end of the day, it keeps getting nullified with each other. Just like a stock market, it keeps changing, buy sell, and at the end of the day, you get that one price. So same thing happens even with papa and punya. So supposing like we are consuming medicines, like allopathy medicines we are consuming. So actually those medicines are being tested somewhere on animals, perhaps even in humans. There is some karma associated with that, and the karma actually passes on. Just like in the scriptures it says, with regard to meat eating, people say that I didn't kill. What was killed, I ate. So in the scriptures it is said that anybody who kills, anybody who consents to kill, anybody who helps to kill, anybody who carries what is killed, anybody who sells what is killed, anybody who buys what is killed, anybody who cooks what is killed, and anybody who serves what is killed, and finally anybody who eats, all have that karma same as the person who kills. So it's not possible to be in this material world on a neutral basis. Everything, whatever you do, will have a punya karma or papa karma. Second point I wanted to make was with regard to astrology. So I was discussing this with my mother a few days back that whenever we go to an astrologer, what are the kind of questions?
You all go?
No. So generally,
Here, so everybody goes. How can you say you don't go, Mataji?
we don't go for it.
Mataji, you go or not? Tell honestly. We go now. How much time is the frequency? Once in a year or every month?
No.
I'm catching you. We go now. Okay, that much is enough. We go. You don't go?
Yes.
You go also go. Here, everybody goes.
No problem.
Long back we have
Given up it because it doesn't make sense. Yeah. After we got introduced to Krishna consciousness, then it's all overlapping.
Prabhupada said very interesting thing. Anything is going to happen will happen. What's the use of going anywhere? One person was sitting on the tree and he was, just I'll interrupt, he was cutting the branch of the tree, that famous Kalidasa joke. And the other person was walking by. He said, don't do this, you'll fall down. So after some time, he fell on the ground. So he ran to that person, you're a great astrologer. He said, so Prabhupada, anyway, what is going to happen will happen. What's the use of finding it out? Correct? मरना है तो मरेंगे ही, तो क्या पता चल के क्या फायदा होना? It's not going to change.
For those who know Kannada, there is a composition by Purandaradas. ಇಂದಿನ ಕ್ಷಣವೇ ಶುಭ ಕ್ಷಣವು, ಇಂದಿನ ದಿನವೇ ಶುಭ ದಿನವು, ಇಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಶುಭವಾರ, ಇಂದು ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲರಾಯನ ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿದ ದಿನವೇ ಶುಭ ದಿನ. So basically, the moment you have Krishna in your heart, that's the best moment, best day,
auspicious.
Most auspicious. So no need of, clarifying the stuff.
Because we have some plan for enjoyment, we want astrologer to tell whether it is coming.
Mostly people go to astrologer when they are in problem, not for enjoyment. According to my knowledge.
What is problem with interruption of enjoyment? What is the definition of problem?
Not like that.
How do you define the problem? My enjoyment is interrupted now.
Something happening which is not good. How long it will be there. So that time we go and they say this is the time is running for you and this time you have to suffer. So like this way.
Hey, wait. अंदर कहाँ जा रहे हैं? हाँ? नहीं, अंदर नहीं जाने का, किचन के अंदर नहीं जाने का. क्या हुआ? पानी चाहिए था? और वो ना क्या होता ना, वहाँ पे पुजारी लोग हैं.
So when we go to the astrologer, the general tendency is to ask questions. Probably, will I get a good job? Will I get a good salary?
Sai is there? No, he's gone. All have gone today. Mataji, you take care. Get some water from there. Yeah.
So generally, when people go to the astrologer, the tendency is to ask questions like, will I get a good job? Will I get a good salary? Will I get married? Will I have a son or will I have a daughter? So these kind of questions. But actually, I was discussing with my mother that why don't we go to the astrologer and ask him, will I go to Vaikuntha? What will happen?
Yeah, that is not his area.
Yes,
he will say, for that you go to. He will say, I can't
so
help.
we are only thinking about, I'm going to die. So we all know death is certain. So, and in this life, it's all ultimately, there is a component of
Somebody
destiny.
wants water. वहाँ कोई है आदमी, उसको पानी दे देना. Mataji, he will take care. Yeah.
So ultimately, there is this component of destiny based on our karmas of the previous so many births. But in this life, yes, we can change our next life by taking to Krishna consciousness. And that should be the question. Will I get a better life after this life? Where will I go? Will I go to Indraloka? Will I become a demigod? Will I go to Vaikuntha? But nobody wants to know these questions. But we all know we are going to die. We all know whether we are going to die. Are we not bothered? Where are we going to go after our death?
There was that example, no? Somebody asked, Prabhupada was taking class. So after class, one lady was shouting, Swamiji, what I was in a previous life? So Prabhupada was silent, did not even look at her. He looked at another question. Again, that lady, I want to know what was the last life. Again, Prabhupada ignored. Third time they shouted. He said, it's not an important question. What is important is, where do I go now? Correct? Isn't it? There's no need to cry about the past.
Also,
Look at the forward.
There's an example that probably if you're in the ocean and you're drowning in the ocean, you just ask somebody, come with the boat and rescue me. You won't ask, what was I doing? How did I get into the ocean in the first place? That's all immaterial, insignificant at that minute. So
that is a very big question. Very big question. How did I fall down from the spiritual world? Are Baba, this most of the acharyas, it is analyzed, avoided even discussing this point. It is very difficult. How was it? Because there are Vedic references that say from the spiritual world, a leaf also does not fall down. Forget about a jiva. This is jiva fall down has become a huge debate. Then devotees said, not only Prabhupada, all the acharyas avoided this because it is a different time and space. Why you want to get, when you, just like in a same example, an ocean boat has come, want to pick you up. No, first I want to understand, how did I fall? Is that important? You get or no? So we are all in a cycle of birth and death. Birth is painful, death is painful, old age is painful, disease is painful. Actually, I'm only suffering if you have eyes. There is no enjoyment here. So question should be, how do I come out of this? Scientists, their only business is how to make a miserable place happy. That's science. They're trying to decorate a toilet. Toilet remains toilet as much as decorate. It's a miserable place. But they're trying to decorate the material world, isn't it? Or what the movies do. Try to decorate this world and make the world look very happy for you. You go to the movie to see that you can be happy in material life. And you get cheated more and more. You know it's a drama. Still, oh, they laugh, they join, they happily live ever after. And the problem actually starts after that. Anna? He's shaking his head, true. What do you say? One boy, girl will be there, and there will be some difficulty. One father will not be agreeing, or one demon will be there obstructing that. And somehow, dishum, some tension, crying, howling, laughing, all drama goes on. At the end, they get united. Hana? And we all come home, life is very so nice. Hana? For me also, I keep dreaming it will happen like that. And we also look in my classroom, which is the girl, and I go, I love you. I also, same drama I feel. Hana? In anticipation, I'll also be happy with her. So this is all drama in the material world. So astrology also, in a way, is facilitating this foolishness of today. That say how you can do this puja, do this homa, you'll be happy and comfortable after that. Hana? True? They are not. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you do, you'll never be happy in this world. It's a miserable place. Dukkhalayam ashashratam. What is the shloka? Napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhi paramangataha mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashratam. Krishna says, come back to the spiritual world. Therefore, all the religious preachers in every religion ask us to go to the kingdom of God. Nobody said settle down in this world. Nobody said. This world is miserable place. Death is compulsory here. Old age is compulsory. Disease. Hana? True, Prabhupada said in the previous purport, when a very advanced situation, this world is also Vaikuntha for you. Everything is Vaikuntha. But that Visham Purna Sukha, that's very, very advanced situation. For us, go back home, back to Godhead, go back home, back to Godhead is a propel Prabhupada gives in every purport. Otherwise, why does Prabhupada do that? Every purport Prabhupada conclude, therefore, go back home, back to Krishna. At the same time, he says, for a pure devotee, it does not matter. So when you become a pure devotee, then it doesn't matter for you. But here, because for you, every atom, if you're seeing what we discussed, Krishna is there. The spiritual world for you. What do you say? You can see Krishna Leela going on here also. You can see Krishna is acting every moment and he's in total control. He is very happy. Yes, done? Sometimes that Haldar Maharaj was doing, in between one bhajan, we should also in between do some bhajan. But first thing he told, he was telling, very amazing speaker, with so many things to learn. We are having 3 sannyasis coming now, back to back. Don't worry, I'll send you the dates. I read about all of this. 5th and 7th. 5th is Bhakti Vinod Maharaj. He's my very good friend, personal friend. He happens to be classmate of Madhu Pandit Prabhu. So they used to visit us monthly. We know them very closely. Second is Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. I met him many times, but not like personal so much rapport. He is also coming, and he is coming on 7th. Huh? Yeah, he is coming on 7th. And I told him, I'm making your place very nice. He said, I will then stay there. He was laughing. He just likes to write. He said, if the place is very good, I just stay there. I said, you try. You will like. So these two, and Bhakti Rasamad Maharaj has come, but his voice is gone. He's in a severe throat infection. So maybe we can visit him if somebody comes. He said, class I cannot take. Last Gaur Purnima, he took class in Jagannath Temple. He said, there's a big mistake I have done. He was telling me my throat is totally gone now. He's having a severe chest infection. And individually, if you go, he will not, no visitors, or he's recovering from a sickness. 2-3 doctors are trying to help him, all ENT doctors. But somebody wants to come with me, can come. I'm going to visit him soon. I have to. One of the evenings, he had asked. You want to get him. Very, very nice sannyasi. Very nice sannyasi. Huh? Very pure sannyasi. Huh? He's in Rajini Mataji's place. Gurupur, Ganji Mata. Any day evening you want to plan, we can come, we can meet him. Just spend few minutes and come back. It's the opportunity to take some blessings. Huh? Oh, he's now world famous. He's a world famous guy. All over the world there is a demand for him. Very good. It's like something to emulate, Very sattvic, extremely pleasant person. He was such a successful preacher. You know where he opened his center in Belgaum? It was slaughterhouse. Old slaughterhouse. He washed it, the cow dung, and started. And he used to, if somebody doesn't come on Sunday, the program, on a cycle, he had just a cycle with him. He used to go all the way to the house. Why didn't you come? And next Sunday, he'll come with the whole family. And the day, finally, he wanted to take sannyas. And ISKCON wanted somebody responsible person to go and take charge of Vrindavan temple. In the Vrindavan, people come and go. There was nobody staying and developing. Just like Mayapur has developed so much. Vrindavan did not develop. Because coming, going. Everybody, whole world wants to come to Vrindavan. They come, stay 6 months, go. And we need some responsible leader to be there to develop the center. So everybody pointed him. It was very successful. It was a huge preaching. Rath Yatra, Belgaum city stopped. It's like, so I've gone, the time his preaching was developing, because that was 1993. We went for collection of Bangalore temple. We met the devotees, amazing, very nice. So the day he said, ISKCON said, okay, you have to go to Vrindavan first. You want to take sannyas, first go to Vrindavan, after that we will award you quick sannyas. So he agreed to go finally. And when he went, 2,000 people entered the train, they stopped the train. They didn't want him to go. They're so attached to him. That's good preaching or not? Correct? Very successful preacher as a temple president. Later, when he became sannyasi, he's been a very, very successful. So when he says, I'm going to have Govardhan Parikrama, there are 500,000 people ready. Not only that, he is still a sannyasi. It may take 10-15 years before he will be allowed to give diksha, because in ISKCON rule is, you cannot give diksha when your guru is alive. People have said, we will not take diksha, we'll take diksha from him only. The people around the world waiting. He's such a heart-to-heart person, very sweet person. So anybody wants, welcome. You can come. We can together just meet him, give him some prasadam kala, take his blessings. Okay. 11:42. Yes, nothing else? Continue next one. You two are new. Any questions? How it is possible? Then you should chant 16 rounds every day. You should get up 3:30 in the morning. If there are no questions, Anna Mataji, and you should totally surrender to Krishna. Because there are questions, what do you say? Prabhupada speaks about other religions also. They were not, people were not educated. So they were like more of commandment, do this, no discussion, no philosophy, anything. But now Prabhupada says those people are not that uncivilized like the shepherds. They're educated. And they are civilized, they have questions. And therefore, the Vedas are the one they can receive, because it is Vedic literature is only question and answer. Gita is question and answer. Bhagavatam is question and answer. Correct? Not like commandments you have to follow. So it allows. So therefore, you're also educated person. You should not accept anything blindly. Have questions. Understand. There was one boy. I said, "Come to the temple." Nitte boy. He said, "Yes, sir." हाँ जाना है उधर. एक गधे की तरह बैठ जाना है. जो आप बोलेंगे सब मान लेने का है. He told me honestly. इसलिए I don't come. I said, "No, it's not like that. Not like that." But definitely, first you have to hear before you ask a question. First you hear. Learning means first you have to hear. But I think now you're on stage of hearing, trying to make sense of what I'm telling. Once you make a sense of it, then question. Avi, it's not looking any sense only, है ना? What are you feeling? अभी समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है बोल क्या रहा है तो क्या प्रश्न पूछे? No questions. Keep digesting. Yes, Rohan, Kamlesh.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
We continue or anything you wanted to
Yes,
add?
yes. We'll continue, Prabhuji.
Rohan.
Yes, sir. Continue.
तस्या प्रीता मना राजा विप्रय धौम्या कृपादिभिः जातकं कारयाम आसा वाचयित्वा च मंगलम्. King Yudhishthira was very satisfied with the birth of Maharaj Parikshit, had the purificatory process of birth performed. Learned Brahmana headed by Dhaumya and Kripa recited auspicious hymns. Yeah, somebody read. Rohan, read. Mataji will get the online people, poor fellows, they're taking so much effort.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
There is a need for a good and intelligent class of Brahmanas who are expert in performing the purificatory process prescribed in the system of Varnashrama Dharma. Unless such purificatory processes are performed, there is no possibility of good population. And in the age of Kali, the population all over the world is of Shudra quality or lower for want of this purificatory process. It is not possible, however, to revive the Vedic processes of purification in this age for want of proper facilities and good brahmanas, but there is the Pancharatrika system also recommended for this age. The Pancharatrika system acts on the Shudra class of men. Supposedly, the population of the Kali Yuga, and it is the prescribed purificatory process suitable to the age and time. Such a purificatory process is allowed only for spiritual upliftment and not for any other purpose. Spiritual upliftment is never conditioned by higher or lower parentage. After the Garbhadhana purificatory process, there are certain other samskaras like Smith, Simantonayana, Sadhabhakshanam, etc. During the period of pregnancy and when the child is born, the first purificatory process is Jata Karman. This was performed duly by Maharaja Yudhishthira with the help of good and learned brahmanas like Dhaumya, the loyal priest, and Kripacharya, who was not only a priest but also a great general. Both these learned and perfect priests, assisted by the good brahmanas, were employed by Maharaja Yudhishthira to perform the ceremony. Therefore, all the samskaras, purificatory process, are not mere formalities or social functions only, but they are all for practical purposes and can be successfully performed by expert brahmanas like Dhaumya and Kripa. Such brahmanas are not only rare, but also not available in this age. And therefore, for the purpose of spiritual upliftment in this fallen age, the Goswamis prefer the purificatory process under the Pancharatrika formulas to the Vedic rites. Kripacharya is the son of the great Rishi Sardban and was born in the family of Gautama. The birth is said to be accidental. By chance, the great Rishi Sardban met Janapadi, a famous society girl of heaven, and the Rishi Sardban discharged Savina in two parts. By one part, immediately a male child, and by the other part, a female child were born as twins. The male child was later known as Kripa, and the female child was known as Kripi. Maharaja Santanu, while engaged in chase in the jungle, picked up the children and brought them up to the Brahminical status by the proper purificatory process. Kripacharya later became a great general like Dronacharya, and his sisters was married to Dronacharya. Kripacharya later on took part in the Battle of Kurukshetra and joined the party of Duryodhana. Kripacharya helped kill Abhimanyu, the father of Maharaja Parikshit, but he was still held in the esteem by the family of the Pandavas due to his being as a great Brahmana as Dronacharya. When the Pandavas were sent to the forest after being defeated in the gambling game with Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra entrusted the Pandavas to Kripacharya for guidance. After the end of the battle, Kripacharya again became a member of the royal assembly, and he was called during the birth of Maharaja Parikshit for the recitation of auspicious Vedic hymns to make the ceremony successful. Maharaja Yudhishthira, while quitting the palace for his great departure to the Himalayas, entrusted Kripacharya with Maharaja Parikshit as his disciple, and he left home satisfied because of Kripacharya's taking charge of Maharaja Parikshit. The great administrators, kings, and emperors were always under the guidance of learned Brahmanas like Kripacharya, and thus were able to act properly in discharge of political responsibilities.
So you see, the heart is so big, different, huh? Kripacharya was involved even in the death of Abhimanyu, which was unjustified. They all killed him, slaughtered him like an animal together. Still, they made him the priest. Different people are different nature, huh? He was in the war against them, fought against them, killed so many of their soldiers, but still, Kripacharya was Kripacharya. They had him and do all the ceremonies. Hare Krishna. They involved him in all the ceremonies for the birth of Parikshit Maharaj. So Pancharatrika system is not so based on birth. It is more based on, Pancharatrika system and the normal system is different. This is Narada Pancharatra, which we follow in ISKCON. This is not based on birth. Okay, anybody can be elevated to the platform of doing service to the Lord. Prabhupada quotes the shloka, just like a famous alchemist can make gold by mixing certain chemical, which you do not know today. Correct? Similarly, an acharya can, by process of diksha, convert anybody to a advanced devotee. Basically, idea is that if person agrees to take shelter of an acharya and follow him, our all mind is like a monkey. Correct? Guru means what? Guru means an acharya. It's like Srila Prabhupada is our guru for the whole movement. And any member in the movement, particularly full-time member, is expected to control his mind by his words. Yeshua Prabhupada said that you have to follow this. That is accepting a guru. You get the point? Guru doesn't mean can we have a guru? Like in a society, mera bhi guru hai. That's a joke. Guru means now he has surrendered with independence. Anything it does just by the, therefore it is called second birth, Dvija. Normal birth, animals also get, no big deal. Second birth is recommended. At this time, person commits himself to follow a great personality and bound by the rules given by him. So his thinking, feeling, willing, activities, all he has given. Therefore, his life will be pure now. Because Acharya, a great Acharya, will never allow you to do anything wrong. Correct? Now the mind senses have been built now. He has voluntarily given up his independence to do sinful activity. He gives an oath rather. In ISKCON, therefore, the Guru will openly ask in front of everybody, these 4 things they will ask. The rest of the things are in question paper. But one thing he makes you repeat in front of public is, will you break the 4 regulated principles? He says no. Then only he gives Diksha. Nowadays, Diksha is kind of a PhD. It's a start, not the end. Not the start. Unless person has that picture, you should not take Diksha only. People want Diksha as some certificate of my, being so great person. Diksha means start, initiation, beginning, not the end. In Vedic time, initiation was 12 years. Everybody was initiated. What is Upanayana was 12 years, same system. Upanayana is nothing but Diksha. Nothing but Diksha. But then in Upanayana, there is only Gayatri chanting today. when the Prabhupada said no, the nama chanting is more important than Gayatri. Therefore, Prabhupada split the Diksha into two parts. First the name, and then he gave the Gayatri. Because this is more important. Somebody may not take the second one, doesn't matter. But the first one will take him back to Krishna. But this is good. If it both combined, it is good. Yes. Now still no question? You got it? One birth everybody has. The second birth is that person when he commits publicly to certain rules and regulation, then only he is exerting society in the three higher responsibilities. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra are four kind of jobs you can do in the society. Okay? If you are a wise man, Sri Radha Govinda ki, and you say, I'm going to guide the whole society, even including king, you should have very pure life. Otherwise, you'll not be allowed to do the job. If you say, I'll be the king and I will collect tax from everybody, again, you have to commit to a certain level of purity. And a Vaishya also has to commit. Then only, and it is true or not, suppose the president of the country or prime minister of the country is found to indulge in, say, but nowadays they caught relation outside marriage. In any part of the world, they're made to step down. Even though, like in America, quite common. Practically everybody, there are no rules, regulation. Social life is very disturbed. But still, they don't expect from the president that. They made president to step down. What was the president name? Clinton only. Husband, no? Bill Clinton was forced to step down. Because people don't expect the leader to have that quality. Leader has to show exemplary character. Otherwise, he cannot be a leader. Is it fine? So if you want higher responsibilities, you have to make a commitment to follow these regulations. But today that system is not there. Now you can get a job where you're not following the four regulations. Will any company ask you, are you smoking, drinking? They don't bother. That's your personal life. And personal life and professional life, they say are separate. It is not separate, it is connected. What do you say?
They support drinking. They support drinking.
How? How?
Yeah, that's where deals take place. That's where deals.
All the deals take place.
Yeah.
We call it socializing.
Yeah, socializing, soft skills.
In the soft skills in the college, engineering college, they teach soft skills.
If you don't have soft skills, they'll kick you out.
And soft skills means you should be no drinking.
You should know how to drink, you should know how to cheat, you should know how to say lie. Successful mantra for living. Difficult word problem, very difficult. For a Sattvic man, very difficult. You will be required. Difficult to navigate through that.
That is why I think Prabhupada opened the farm communities. That is why.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
That's why he opened. Because Prabhupada said there are various reasons he said, particularly for Grahasthas to maintain family and all, he has to do this natak. And he's not happy at heart. In farm community, there is nothing. You have some basic economics, you have your agriculture, you have cows, and you can maintain your family and you're peaceful. Prabhupada not only opened temples, when the temples developed, he opened also farm communities. So we can understand why it is. When you work for livelihood, you go to see what happens. You all now have goody ideas. What is the professional life? When you jump into the professional life, you see so much difficulties are there, so much cheating is there, so much. So you all go with a good heart, but real world they have not seen, Mataji. And real world is tough. Maybe for doctor it's not that bad, but for other professions it is horrible. Now where?
Doctors also sometimes are bound to do some of the things which are not.
I recommend medicines with their no use to the patient.
Recommend tests. Not needed.
Not even that in hospital they are working. Some of the investigations are not required, but we are bound to.
Because colleges purchase the big equipment, yeah.
Because the institution is to run.
And by mistake, the patient tells how much insurance he has, that much we have to make the bill. If he reveals by mistake, 10 lakh ka insurance of the 10 lakh ka to bill banega.
Many things are
है ना?
there. Now
You know that? Huh?
Every doctor has
By
their
mistake,
target.
never tell the doctor how much you're insured for. Tell only 100 rupees. Huh?
Each department has to generate certain revenue.
Per day OPD how many patients, that target has been given.
I heard in all delicate area there are no patients. They send buses to North Karnataka and they bring them in.
Yes. In a hospital, they are having bus to the rural railway station. Bring the patients. When
They
drop
simply
them.
have like a hotel. है ना? They come and they lie down, have good food.
Medicines are free.
Medicines are free.
Things are done for the in the name of services.
Okay. Not only spiritual upliftment in the work under lower, Kripacharya. Okay. Gosai prefer Pancharatrika system. More on Pancharatrika system some other day. Okay. Anybody? Mataji, you want to add something?
So, in the Vedic age, a Brahmana was given his due respect, but today, Brahmanas is only a social standard without any qualification. So that is why today
He's not able to deliver the goods now. Suppose a Brahmana comes to your house. First thing is a symbol of purity. Feel happy in his presence only. Real Brahmana is very powerful. And not only that, Mataji, he has all knowledge of Ayurveda. He has all knowledge of Jyotish Shastra. And he's such a learned man, Vedic times. A presence of a Brahmana in the house is very auspicious. And he is full of punya. He has only done punya in his life. So even if he comes inside your house, it's very auspicious. And then he's full of spiritual knowledge. And people used to take privilege. Actually, and they were so knowledgeable and they were so beautiful. All angles they were in the Vedic time because strictly rules are being followed. The Brahmanas were effulgent. And people, they used to, on the top of it, they will live by begging. And that is not called begging, daya, that was seva, not daya. They will never live with daya, seva. They say, please give me some bhiksha. They will come. So naturally take the role of humility. And people will bring them inside the house. Please sit down. That is they are traveling not for food actually. They're traveling because they can spread spiritual knowledge. And then people take opportunity. They give them something to eat, and then the whole family sits and listens to them. And they say, no, my child is not well. Okay, the Ayurveda, get the medication system. There's a problem in the house, like Jyotisha, he will tell, this kala is not good nowadays. Take care of that. And then after that, you can have spiritual knowledge. So what I said in the beginning, free education, free medicine, everything was available for people, free of cost. And they lived a very, very humble, simple life. Anna? Say 2 dhotis, 2 kurtas, that's it. No possessions.
But nowadays, not. It is most of the time is business. Our time when I was small, I have seen. They were not so rich. They used to be one mainly after doing the services.
Now the banks come to us to open accounts. They know temples have a lot of money. All the banks are after. The great administrator, king, and the emperors are always under the guidance of learned Brahmana like Kripacharya, and thus were able to act properly in the discharge of political responsibilities. Okay? Always under the guidance. Now, and this for a reason the Prabhupada had to create an organization was a formal structure is needed. Otherwise, people will destroy the work. A formal structure is needed. And this is already taken advantage of karmis. They have a formal structure. See, organization is nothing. A rule-based system, a formal structure, not informal, like 6 Goswamis are in Vrindavan, chalta hai, nahi hai. A formal structure is there. Therefore, many people are very capable who do not understand this fact, who are not able to do anything big in their life. If you want to do something, it has to be together. Together means cooperation. Cooperation means leader. If you cannot accept a leader, you cannot cooperate. It's a problem, correct, no? So a formal structure is created. A huge organization is a formal, you understand? Not informal. It's a very formal structure. The ISKCON has president, zonal secretaries, GBC. Why this structure has been created? Then only something can actually be done in this world. Otherwise, you cannot do anything in this world. This is Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada's vision. In his time, his disciples thought, what is the use of this? And his whole movement, what he created, collapsed. Whole Gaudiya Math collapsed. Even though it was 64 matas and 1,000 disciples, whole thing collapsed. But here, Srila Prabhupada saw that immediately and he said, no. He created a formal structure and he implemented the structure and saw it as functioning and made rules for everybody. Temple resident, how you should behave, how you should deal with the president. It's all black and white. Everything, formal structure has been created. Prabhupada also wanted a constitution. Yeah, bylaws, no? The bylaws are like, don't cover everything. He said, create a constitution, means every member. You cannot expect a facility without a duty. You cannot just say, keep me happy. That's nonsense. What is your duty first? That will be a very emotional thing. You have to keep everybody happy. That is stupid. Correct? No. Can the king do that? No. First, you have to contribute. Like what did Lord Rama say? I can take up the throne if people are ready to follow their duties. Anna? Correct? Isn't it so? Did you know this? If you are ready to accept, Brahmana is ready to accept Brahmana duty, Kshatriya to accept Kshatriya duty, Vaishya is Vaishya duty, Shudra, then I can take up the throne. Otherwise, I will not take up the throne. We will do our duties. So it's not that one person like Prime Minister can run the country. Not possible. Now that's what happens today. No, that's what people say. That Swachha Abhiyana is actually a good Abhiyan. That at least something people have become responsible to keep. They'll only blame the country and throw dustbin. Isn't it? So that's the first time I think people started cleaning up their own place instead of simply putting finger at the government. Anna? People taking voluntarily some activity. Anna? Then within the cooperation of the administrator and the public, everything will become wonderful. That was, I think, one time where there was a good notion, and only one good thing, nobody has any politics about this. Everybody agrees that is a good initiative. So same way, everybody has to participate. So this had to be formally structured, not informal, do what you want. Formal structure is there. In the whole movement, there is a formal structure. What are the rules? What are the responsibilities? Who can be called a temple member? You cannot assume I'm a temple member. There are rules, regulations, standards. Everything has been set. So this was the ISKCON is constituted, a structure. And then when we are going to preach in this world now, you cannot preach without wealth. How can you build temples without wealth? Hana? So therefore, we accept wealth. Previously, it was different. Prabhupada gives an example of this. You see, all the sages previously, they will sit in a Brahmana will be sitting below a tree, maybe. That's it. And he will be doing his japa and he will be teaching adhyana and Gurukul, so many times below just a tree. Or maybe somebody gives his house one place. That's it. Very simple. People are also of the capacity to take advantage. But the reality is that if you do this today, nobody will come. There was one colleague of mine, that's Satya Gopinath. He got the seat MP. Rajmundry is fighting. One ISKCON member now, this time looks, he got the seat. Basically, he's extremely popular in Andhra. And he has 4 temples he's made, 5th one is coming up, 150 crore, beautiful temple. He said that will be done. The whole machinery is in operation. The party approached him. Can you take up one seat we'll give you? He said, I want to try this. He's so popular, ISKCON knows he will win it. So good, we'll have an MP in the city center. So, but before going, he had to resign from all the posts in ISKCON. So that as a movement, we cannot look political. We should always be ISKCON stays apolitical. Okay, we go next shloka.
I did not finish.
I
did not finish.
Where were you?
Yeah, I just wanted to speak for minutes on the Pancharatrika system.
You read something? What is the difference?
So Pancharatrika system was basically introduced by Narada Muni.
Yeah.
And it was training for temple worship. So even we see that great personalities like Parikshit Maharaj, in their childhood, they were given a toy of the DP dolls to play with. So you're basically training to do temple worship later on. So even Prabhupada also, when he was small, he was given Radhakrishna deities. Prabhupada even had small Jagannath deities, and he was taking a small car Rath Yatra also in his neighborhood. But then the Narayana Samhita says that Vaparye Jane Vishnu Pancharatrastu Kevalai Kalaudu Nama Matrena Pujyate Bhagavan Hari. So this kind of a temple worship, although it is introduced by Narada Muni, it is actually recommended for the Dwapara Yuga, this kind of elaborate temple worship. In Kali Yuga, we do not have the resources, first of all, do not have qualified brahmanas to execute these devotional practices, and we don't have...
Then why we have in ISKCON deity worship?
We are not having that elaborate also. Only ritualistic practices?
No. See what happens. The Goswamis, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not construct a temple. Nityananda Prabhu did not construct a temple. So why did, on the order of the Goswamis? For them it was fine. They wanted to focus on distribution of Harinama. But the Goswamis, who are the authorities of ISKCON, they felt that we need Pancharatra also. So Prabhupada says it's like both are needed. In fact, Prabhupada used to say, one person should stay, whole temple should be out. Preach. Everybody go out and preach. One person can stay. That is to say, because some temple presidents wanted to expand Pancharatra. Suppose you have 10 people, the 9 are sitting in the temple. You do this offering also to the Lord. Enough, we can add. Afternoon, you should have 54 offerings. Yeah, then 8 people have to cook that. Then if the one temple president did that. You understand? There are 2 things a temple does. One is Bhagavat Vidhi. Bhagavat Vidhi, Shravadam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. The first 3 elements are now with the Bhakti. Hearing about the Lord, speaking about the Lord, thinking about the Lord. This is Bhagavat Vidhi. Pancharatra Vidhi, next 4. What the? Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, then no, those are Raganuga Bhakti. The middle 4. Archanam, Dasyam, Padyam. Think about Rohan, find out which I missed. No, that is Raganuga Bhakti. That is not Sadhana Bhakti. First 7 are Sadhana Bhakti, last 2 are Raganuga Bhakti. In the first 7, first 3 are Bhagavat Vidhi, next 4 are Pancharatrika Vidhi. No, these are all, that is Bhagavat Vidhi. Thinking about the Lord. So then, look at Rohan. So then what happened was, this question was asked, that why did Goswami introduce? So they felt that if only Bhagavad Gita is there, people will not offer purification system. And I had this, when I came to Mangalore, I did not bring any deities in the beginning. Only one picture was there. Nobody will come for Mangalarti. No, Aartis had no timing. But moment the deities come, our Lord is waiting for you, you didn't come for Aarti, like that we can speak, then I can speak. You got it? And another thing, in India particularly, people will not come to a place if deities are not there. Already they are objecting it's shaped like a house. And they don't see what rate the land is available in Mangalore. That they will not give a donate your land. But they'll comment only, it's on a house. How do you buy land? You don't want to build a temple, but how to make it practical? That they will not study. But the reality is people do not understand if they come to the place and suppose there are no deities, I tell you who's coming also stop coming. Hana? General public, Indians want deities, correct? Bhagwan ka darshan hua aaj. So therefore, if you have only Bhagavad Vidhi, you cannot preach. Even other parts of the world where Indians are coming predominantly, they had to bring deities early. So I had also the same situation. Another thing is that for chanting, you don't have to take bath. You can get up and start chanting. But for deity worship, without taking bath, we don't feel like coming in front of the Lord. We should not do that. Particularly the pujari has to take bath. In emergency, suppose you are late for Mangalarti, you can just wash your hands and legs and attend the Mangalarti. That is allowed. But you cannot be the pujari like that. You have to take bath, you have fresh clothes, do achman. So this kind of purification, which is physical as such, also helps in bhakti. You got it? With Bhagavad Gita, there are no rules, na niyame na kala. For reading Bhagavad Gita, you can read on the bed also, no problem. There is no aparadha. But you can chant Hare Krishna also. Hare Krishna. True, you'll feel sleepy if you do that. That's not the best way to do. But you can do it. It's allowed. But you cannot do deity worship in an unclean situation. So the Goswamis combined both of them together. Prabhupada said it's like a train with wheels on both the sides. That's the balance we need. But even though we are balancing both of them, always Bhagavad is more important than Pancharatrika Vidhi. Particularly in a house, introducing deities, we should be careful. In fact, particularly Laddu Gopal, ISKCON has now clarified it is Pushti Marga, not our ISKCON Marga. It is not in our Sampradaya. Our Sampradaya is Jagannath, Gaunita, and Radhakrishna, not Laddu Gopal. Laddu Gopal worship is in Vallabha Sampradaya. So we are not experts of that. So let us not take something we are not experts on. So ISKCON is now, I heard a lot of ISKCON people also, they have Laddu Gopal at home. Take at home anyway, the deity worship, but if you want to develop, you'll have difficulty, because we don't have the instructions for that worship and we are not trained in that. You bring Balaji now, we don't know. Kamala, you sing that, we don't know that. So we train in which area we know. So our area is the Gaunitai, Jagannath, and then Radha Krishna. That is what is written. Anything else, including Krishna Balaram, you have to take permission of GBC. You have to go Jagannath, Baldev, Jagannath, or Gaunitai, and Radha Krishna. This is the route now. Anything else, you have to take a special. For temples. Temples, the deities are worship in the mood the Lord is there. Therefore, no sevas can be omitted. And at home, it's different. You can go from the market and there are no such strictness. But properly deity worship to do, we have to have Brahmin Diksha. In the temples, we wait for Brahmin Diksha before they can do. At home, you can do to whatever level you want, but it's not so, because you're not doing a public worship. What's the difference? The difference is this. In deities which are worshipped in temples with love and affection, the Lord is present now. Lord is present now, irrespective of your faith. You got it? Irrespective of your faith, the Lord is present now. But in the house, the deities that you keep are like paintings. Like in a temple, somebody has spread the legs and put the legs towards the Lord. Immediately they take care. But in house, just like a painting now, how many paintings you are showing your leg? Nobody bothers, correct? But deities are very careful. It becomes great office. You can lose your leg in an accident if you do this. You know this? Yeah. It becomes an aparada, which can get you sometimes immediate reaction. Hare Krishna, you are coming first time. You English chalega, Hindi chalega, Kannada chalega. आप तो local लग रहे. क्या किया? Oh, he's also. Oh. He known to you? आपको समझ आ रहा है कुछ? थोड़ा इंग्लिश हिंदी चलता है मिक्सचर? आप मायापुर गए कभी? गए हैं? तो ठीक है, तो फिलोसफी तो पूरा मालूम है.
Also, Prabhu, I wanted to just tell a fact about Kripacharya. A lot of people ask that why Kripacharya didn't die in the war, although he participated in the opposite side of Krishna. So actually, Kripacharya is immortal. Immortal in the sense his lifespan on this earth is for one manvantara.
Okay.
So 7 people are actually.
Where is he? Where is he now?
Huh?
Where is he now?
There. So 7 people are actually immortal. One is Kripacharya, Parshurama, Ashwathama, Bali Maharaj, Vibhishana, Vamanadeva, and Vyasadeva.
Where is Vibhishana? He's still in Lanka?
No. Vibhishana temple is there.
Huh?
Vibhishana temple is there.
Vibhishana temple is there in Shringeri temple also. He is the one who brought the deity. You know the matter. His temple is there, no? In the Vibhishana, he was the one who brought the deity, no? What is that?
They are there. No, they are there.
Material body, everybody has to be, right?
Which one?
Material body.
Then how do you say they are, what is that? What is the word used for them? Chiranjeevi? They say Ashwathama is also roaming around somewhere. You type on the net. No, he came. Many doctors say he came to my clinic, one person with a wound on the head. And those stories start, Ashwathama visited, Ashwathama visited. You know, heard about that? Ashwathama did that crime of killing the 5 children, no? And finally Arjuna removed the money from his head. So he got a wound. So he's roaming with a wound, they say. And a lot of people claim, oh no, I have one daughter who says in the net, oh, he's near this place, he came to my place. Hare Krishna. You're looking for somebody? Oh, madam, you have? Okay, welcome. Just 15 minutes more, we have the Aarti. Anything else? Chiranjeevi? Yeah. Where is he, Kripacharya now?
Huh?
Somewhere.
And one Manvantara, the lifespan is actually 71 multiplied by 4 million.
300 million years.
Yeah.
Is 300 million years is one Manvantara.
Yes. That is the lifespan. So that's why again we see the operation of destiny. Although he participated in the war against Krishna, but then his lifespan is so much.
Imagine what all Duryodhana had. He had Ashwathama and Chiranjeevi. He had Kripacharya and Chiranjeevi. He had Bhishma who cannot die till he wishes. And still he lost the war. And joke, except him, nobody wanted the war. No, another joke, except him, nobody wanted the war. Dronacharya did not want the war. Bhishma did not want the war. Even Karna, nobody wanted this war except this idiot. You know? What do you say? How do you fight it like that? You know, he was not able to motivate his team. Nobody wanted to fight. Actually, they were fighting because of obligation to him. Nobody wanted to fight actually, and therefore, and another thing is that Prabhuji 12:30 बजे 10 minutes. Now 12:50. Anyway, conch is blown. We wind up today. We start. We have good kirtan. चलो प्रभु जी शुरू कर देते हैं. श्री श्री राधा गोविंद की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्री प्रभुपाद की.